when I'm ripping these rhymes. My tongue's a skeleton key, designed to open up minds. And if you had to ask me, I'd say the truth's been disguised, hidden behind the red tape and mass media lies. And then this government tries to blindsight your hindsight. How could patriotism be worth more than a man's life? Using scare tactics to keep the little sheep in line, so it's easier for them to pull the wool over your eyes. We take what we are given, there is no compromise. And when we have to go to war, guess who gets to die? Not that motherfucker in the Range Rover. It's a poor man, they turned into a soldier. Then they claim they want America to be drug free. Will they inject our troops full of methamphetamines? You may be full than them, but you ain't full than me. I was sent here from the heavens to dismantle this beast. This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? I rock more than Sisyphus in this Hades abyss, oblivious to the gorillas in the midst. Another happy resident of the necropolius, whose story is too glorious for your current events. Retort or repent, conform or join a covenant, one that supports us in subordinate government. You have a country, you should try to govern it. Big brother is watching me, even while I sleep. He can hear me breathe, anticipating every move I make. He places me on top of the ice in hopes that it will break. So I become another typical, stereotypical, not pivotal, dirty street criminal, whose average life expectancy is minimal because the damn label on the head. Cops racial profile of the innocent and dead. And why? Because the pigment of our skin. If we're truly to progress, we must learn to look within. This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? You could label me a criminal with a minimal mind state, a target for your crosshairs, a reason for your hate. I'm nothing but a good for nothing snake in the grass, right? You'd rather see me dead than see me make it in life, right? You tell me what to do to try to get your attention, for you to see me as a man and not second guessing, and use my mind as a weapon, the catalyst for my message. I paint vivid thoughts in your mind, so viewer discretion is advised. When John the Baptist is tearing down lies like a lied, terrorist attacks, our anger rolls like the price of gas. When we watch the Twin Towers collapse to justify the slaughter and the profit our vortex. But I'm the crook and I'm the thief. I'm not the one who sent the country to war for his beliefs, so you can stare down at me. I'll be the scapegoat for your anger. I can't deliver you, but I can take it to my savior. This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? This is the land of the free, Freemasons, free basin, free displacement. Will the agents of the matrix walk the street and shapeshift? Will the innocents stay lost in the land of hatred? Check it out now. It's the incredible fire breathing, even heathens leaving to bleed and feed them to the demons and legions of underground leeches. It's on the BAPTIST. Pops to an anomaly, call me North Star, the way people be following the light I illuminate. I was born to be a great as Johnny Danger, and I came to save the day with razor blades, hand grenades, laser guns, flame brigades. Had a case of Mason cases, fake desire to shake the cage. These MCs, they dream of the limelight. Big aspirations are still in the spotlight. Claiming they're hard, but they can rock a mic right. Well, I work hard for nothing, they work hard to fucking front. I should hate the fucking fronting with the blunt and never axe. Flip it around, it's what this Messing with Johnny will get you in the ambulance fast. It's dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profile. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profile. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated, fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated, fabricated cadence and style. Dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated, fabricated cadence and style. Dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated, fabricated cadence and style. Immerse yourself for a second if you will in the music that you hear and in the things that makes you feel. Can you relate to the words I say? Can you tell what's fake and what's real? What's real? We find escape in the commonplace when we feel it's safe to reveal how we really feel inside, and that's what's mass appeal. But nowadays it's all about getting paid, the ice and the platinum grills. It seems like everyone's getting signed these days, except MCs with skills. I have to rise above all the ice capades. I have a destiny to fulfill, because I believe in these songs I make, and to me that is God's will. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profile. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profile. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profile. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not decorated with fabricated cadence and style. This is dedicated to the ones who are dedicated, not intoxicated by the industry's profiles. favorite creation.
Tomorrow will be like today, and the day after tomorrow will be like the day before yesterday. I see your remaining days as a tedious collection of hours full of useless vanities. You will think no new thoughts, and you will forget what little you have known. Older you will become, but not wiser. Stiffer, but not more dignified.
Here goes earth, fire, water, and wind. Adam, Eve, original sin. Demons, angels, let it begin. It's Armageddon, what? It's Armageddon. Now it goes earth, fire, water, and wind. Adam, Eve, original sin. Demons, angels, let it begin. It's Armageddon, what? It's Armageddon now. Greed and hate, where the good die young, but the food tastes great. Consumption junction, what's your function? Give me a topic that's worth discussing. About my cousin who's about to go to war. For greedy politicians try to settle up a score. It's a family tradition and we've been here before. The war on terror, aka the Gulf War. Daddy's little soldier, my have you grown? What hell is Marat? What seeds have been sown? A lack of humanity is all you were shown. You will pay for your sins, you were much to atone. They should try you for murder in the state that you're from, so we can have another dictator rightfully hung. You're a dick with no balls who's comfortably numb. A failure, a fake who's blissfully dumb.
And we don't need no education.
Freedom isn't free, we pay with our lives. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives.
And we don't need no thought control.
Freedom isn't free, no, no. Freedom isn't free.
And we don't need no education.
Freedom isn't free, we pay with our lives. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives.
And we don't need no thought control.
Freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free.
Welcome to America where freedom isn't free. You can buy all you want, but you don't own a thing. Every single thing you lease gets taxed to the teeth, and you better pay it or you'll be out on the streets. All this goddamn money and no medical relief, and it's my tax dollars, so it's all on me. You see, I'm the one who funds the war machine, and I'm the one who bombed the Middle East, and I'm the one building weaponized diseases, the ones I bequeath to the children of the sheep. I'm the one who indirectly takes food from the hungry, so I can use that money to go and bomb another country. A conflict cash is causing catastrophes, causing corporations to not act rationally. Try to act innocent, but in reality, it's my tax dollars at work.
We don't need no education.
Freedom isn't free, we pay with our lives. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives.
And we don't need no thought control.
Freedom isn't free, no, no. Freedom isn't free.
And we don't need no education.
Freedom isn't free, we pay with our lives. Brothers, sisters, husbands, wives.
And we don't need no thought control.
Freedom isn't free. Freedom isn't free. That I could is way the transition of a man in search of his soul. When everything seems lost and you seem to lose control, and when the lights go off you can't help but feel alone, and you carry your cross staring down these winding roads, and footprints in the sand just become broken poems, and you feel broken down from broken dreams and broken homes. You showed me the path, I just had my eyes closed. I didn't want to see it, so I wore a blindfold. You knew that I didn't mean it, so you kept me mindful. When I wrestle with these demons trying to break my mind's hold, they try to take my freedom for what my mind holds. A simple truth that's more precious than gold, that there's a God in the heaven who looks after our souls, and I was placed on this earth so that everyone know. Did you ever think that this would be the road you walk? Wandering in exile, we seem to be lost. We never stop to appreciate the view no more. We just built torrential rains, but never seems to wash away the stains. So our outlook remains the same, one-sided and divided, ignorant and closed-minded. We stand and fall for what we feel is right. In the pursuit of happiness, as life keeps passing us by. And when it's all said and done, you'll ask why, my Lord, why? And knowing that your question was the answer to your reply, you gotta learn to spread your wings before you can fly. Break free from this cocoon and radiate light. But this dream is long lost in the vast, wishing well, lost with all the other sinners on the highway to hell. Please give me the strength, Lord, so I can prevail in this quest that you set for the holiest grail. Did you ever think that this would be the road you walk? Wandering in exile, we seem to be lost. We never stop to appreciate the view no more. We just built all the buildings and have more stores. Did you ever think that this would be the road you walk? Wandering in exile, we seem to be lost. We never stop to appreciate the view no more. We just built all the buildings and watch them fall. I've been through trial by fire, broken walls down inside me, but still don't have no answers. I just roam this earth blindly in search of what I've lost that dwells deep inside me. God lives in all of us, please help me to find she in the missing pieces I lost so long ago. Will I ever find myself again? This I don't know. I just send it to the heavens and go with the flow that seems to pull me down like the ocean's undertow. They say if you love something, let it go, and if it comes back to you, then you know it was meant to be, part of destiny. If you hear me calling, help me spread my wings, fulfill these dreams that other people call fantasies. Split me from the seams and make it reality. Forgive me for my sins and my fleshy mentality. I was just another casualty of my own immorality.
Well, welcome back for Rest in Division. The percentages prove there's something wrong with the system. Prisons overpacked, overcrowded, 3 bunks high. Sleeping 2 feet apart on cots 2 feet wide. Empty classrooms that once held education inside. That was cut the fuck out the day rehabilitation died. They slipped up with Tookie and he got a Nobel Prize. They were pissed off, he pulled that off before they had him fried. They know you can't take knowledge and lock it in a jail. That's the reason Freddie Hampton wasn't thrown in a cell. Kids losing years over just a little smoke. Bunk mates with the rapist, that's a poke for a toke. Better educate yourself while education's in the plenty. Soon they'll take it all away and then you won't have any. There's nothing in a book that'll turn you into a crook. That's an unjust system and a cop's dirty look.
Apparently, we've been deceived by the bullshit that they feed. We believe we should be free to have a chance to succeed. Presently, we can't conceive how to get what we need.
System is twisted from these crooked politicians. Fuck your war on drugs and fuck Richard Nixon. They make you into slaves without a pot to piss in, when all you ever needed was someone just to listen. Addiction, it's a common affliction, and they think the cure for it is a lifetime in prison. No, they see it as a way to make a plush living, to get paid from America's lost children. They privatized the system in the late 80s to make money, there's no debating. They trade the stocks when the prisons are full. How about stop building prisons and start building schools? Educate your people and give them the tools to live better lives, to treat each other right. You don't have to be deceased to step into the light. You don't have to be a savior to give a man sight.
Apparently, we've been deceived by the bullshit that they feed. We believe we should be free to have a chance to succeed. Presently, we can't conceive how to get what
witness the birth of a sickness. Fairy tales get told and everybody listens. I focus my hocus pocus just as the Christians take up my mission with any corporate religion. Golgotha, the place of the skull where they killed a mortal man with a very mortal soul. You can't prove it, Jesus Christ, but we broke the Mayan code. So I'ma keep walking down this unknown road to Phoenicia, and I'll meet you halfway. Educate ourselves to where a new way Thomas Paine, Uncle Patch Poor, or Joseph Paul Franklin. Wait, what am I saying? Wait, what am I thinking? Must be drinking mushroom vodka while I'm already peeking. Nodding at the wailing wall while I'm chanting and speaking. Stabbing at messiahs while they're just barely breathing. Believing this evening is simply just the birth of a demon. Believing these heathens have decimated the meaning of any positive energy that it had in the beginning. I don't need Archimedes to tell me it's the needy that need a scene of a thought process to possibly be as evil as can be. Inquisitionally interrogating whoever they please. Whoever they please.
Constantine had a vision at the battle the mill began. He said into the sun, he swore he saw the Son of Man. He put the chopper on the shields of the troops at his command. Another victory for God in the blood-stained holy land. We've been fighting this in battle ever since religiousness got mixed in with our politics. And I'm sick of all of it, and it's so damn obvious that these wartime obvious are parts of Christian hobbyists. See, that's what our problem is. We use God to justify war like he condones the slaughter. We kill the sons and daughters of fishermen and farmers. We take the land away and teach them our religion, then teach them our way on how to raise their children. It's all in the name of God. Give praise to Jesus, Buddha, and Allah. And it's all in the name of God. Give praise to Jesus, Buddha, and Allah.
Listen to the sound of my heart as it hops, skips a beat, feel the heat as the fire rips throughout our entire nation. Listen to the sound of the bombs as they drop. Listen to the sound of my heart as it hops, skips a beat, feel the heat as it flows and rips throughout our entire nation.
Now what a bummer it would be if Obama and Allah have the same followers as Anton and Charles Kabbalah. That's for Madonna and Buddha, for Britney, maybe Jesus. Cause she be hanging with William Wallace on my thesis. We'll be the combined, we're with Salt Lake, Scientology, Book of Mormon, and perhaps a mermaid. UFO, alien, Asiatic astrology, Mother Nature. That's why stick a Confederate flag, a pyramid they made you. Gave you the key to Vatican City. It had to have been popular belief, St. Mary shadowed by Mary Magdalene. Golden cow jumps over the moon in tune with the medicine man philosophy. Drink catching by a gnarly spittoon. Whether you're good or you're good, you believe something. God or your grandmother, Satan, or the concept of nothing, but still it's something. So freedom keeps ringing easy, but I promise you it comes with a set of shackles. Believe me.
Listen to the sound of the bombs as they drop. Listen to the sound of my heart as it hops. Skips a beat, feel the heat as the fire rips throughout our entire nation. Listen to the sound of the bombs as they drop. Listen to the sound of my heart as it hops. Skips a beat, feel the heat as it flows and rips throughout our entire nation.
Takes flight and floats from his perch, flies slowly across the valley and lands on top of the church. Congressmen screaming that we're a Christian nation. The 10th crusade, will Jerusalem be taken? The Freemasons, Knights of the Templar, and Constantine said that he had visions and dreams. He said he'd seen the symbol of a group called the Christians. The cross he thought ought to bring his enemies to their knees, with Vatican back in the tracking of heathens to attack, and plans laid thousands to get the holy city back. For riches and more, they started a holy war in cities all along the coast. Much blood was poured. Crusaders yell, matches of jihad roar. Screams of ignorance from both sides of the board. Hordes of people fighting over God. Who's your God? It's the manner of speech that turned belief into beef. The refusal to shake hands and turn the other cheek. It's the manner of speech that keeps the ignorant weak. Spoken prayers over tweak before they go to sleep. I hate to think that some will be out of reach. Speaking of speech that defeats and makes the soul weak. No more being discreet. The cross and crescent need to cease. The actions of religions are way beyond belief. When Killer Jazzland came across the Crusaders, they'd been broken in half and killers knew to attack. With a surprise of arrows that went black in the sky, and horse-mounted archers quickly flying on by. The Crusaders would have died, but the halves were soon made whole. Soon they thought they'd have Jerusalem under their control. Not soon, but it happened and the crescent fell. As Saladin came and the Christians were expelled. Assassin turned assassin, killing Knights of the Templar. So King Richard the Lion-hearted packed deep and rode hard. Richard and Saladin, nose to nose, blow for blow. City after city as thousands of heads rolled in. Germany and France, Muslims and Jews were slaughtered. Over 2,000 years and many, many millions of martyrs. You think that we would learn and start getting smarter? Could be water under the bridge, but the bridge is underwater. The manner of speech that turned belief into beef. The refusal to shake hands and turn the other cheek. It's the manner of speech that keeps the ignorant weak. Spoken prayers over tweak before they go to sleep. I hate to think that some will be out of reach. Speaking of speech that defeats and makes the soul weak. No more being discreet. The cross and crescent need to cease. The actions of religions are way beyond belief. Now, as it's been seen through history, battles on the same land over the same thing. What emblem sits upon the templum Domini? 1,000-year war over symbols and meanings. A political campaign that leaves whole countries bleeding. If you knew how we fought, it would only deepen the weeping. Now we're back from the west to scream crusade. But when they scream jihad, you're all amazed. You don't know that these words are interlaced. Jihad was the answer to the cry of the crusades. Watching the world wobble through these cross and crescent capers. Clear and present strangers, inquisition gangsters. Holders of the thoughts of my friends and family. The exorcism of people living their life tangibly. Harbingers of the minds with the weak wills. We should shut down the churches cause religion kills. It's the manner of speech that turned belief into beef. The refusal to shake hands and turn the other cheek. It's the manner of speech that keeps the ignorant weak. Spoken prayers over tweak before they go to sleep. I hate to think that some will be out of reach. Speaking of speech that defeats and makes the soul weak. No more being discreet. The cross and crescent need to cease. The actions of religions are way beyond belief. The manner of speech that turned belief into beef. The refusal to shake hands and turn the other cheek. It's the manner of speech that keeps the ignorant weak. Spoken prayers over tweak before they go to sleep. I hate to think that some will be out of reach. Speaking of speech that defeats and makes the soul weak. No more being discreet. The cross and crescent need to cease. The actions of religions are way beyond belief. seeing IDPs hoofing from the SLA. We're seeing it next to the UN, standing way out of the way. And Freddie Hampton's happy to be rapping right next to the abandoned library that they just closed today. There's something going on, we need a change in this system. You can argue, you can bitch, but I hope you fucking listen. Welcome to the big cage, it's the big rage. Cancer at a younger age, thanks to fortune way. The things I say you can debate, and I hope you do it home. Cause this country's been ignored, but I can and I won't leave it alone. Cause everyone I know gets headaches from cell phones. And most of the EPA have worked for Monsanto, and I don't think it's strange or coincidental. I took my cable, I took my microwave, and I threw them out the window. And I know none of these issues are achievable or simple, but every stone's throw makes another 1,000 ripples. You're the flames of the monk who burned himself to the ground. Your spread reflected in the eyes of those gathered around. You're the sweat of the man at Tiananmen Square. You're the native fighter fighting for his rights everywhere. You're the powder in the bullet, the atom in the bomb, the last note of a funeral's memorial song. You're the hymns that the monks sing high in the Andes, and after assassinations you'll be the last one standing. You get fucked today? Well, let me hear your voice. Did you get insurance yet? Well, do you have a choice? The internet and digital is what they try to see is critical. It's pitiful, that's cynical and hypocritical oath. Permanent tithes are greedy, evil misers, sick businessmen smoking souls to conspire. We need a fire to spread and burn down this empire. Take out our single party system and all of the advisors. When freedom's back, have corporations retired. All these white collars are just idiots and liars. Expired politicians, repetitions make me tired. So instead of revolution, I think I'll just go get higher. That's the attitude they want. They want you to not give a fuck and keep your head ducked. They want you to sweat scared and stare at the SWAT team and just give up. But don't be lucky if they can get me to duck. But no dead weight and no backing up. You're the flames of the monk who burned himself to the ground. Your spread reflected in the eyes of those gathered around. You're the sweat of the man at Tiananmen Square. You're the native fighter fighting for his rights everywhere. You're the powder in the bullet, the atom in the bomb, the last note of a funeral's memorial song. You're the hymns that the monks sing high in the Andes, and after assassinations you'll be the last one standing. The water rises up and floods Congo Square, wiping away the beats and the rhythms in the air. The blacks are free to live with indigenous Indian divisions in preparation for festive integrations. Everyone played together in interracial inspirations. New Orleans brought jazz into the public perspective. Louis Armstrong, King Oliver Bolden, and Freddie Cabot. Man, I'd kill to get a jazz funeral sample for a record. Beautiful death shines as an illuminated spectrum, and a top hat singing, leading the whole procession. Legends of voodoo chickens and shrunken heads, stews with amanitas, hemlock, and rotten snake egg. Now, Betsy was a bitch, but Katrina was a cunt. Explosions as the levees break and the rising waters flooded. Loaded bodies that FEMA never pulled from the mud. It's sad, but the battle for New Orleans has just begun.
Dream about Magnolia.
the right idea, but is it the right time? You wanna lock and load, but who has got your back when it's time to attack? Can they hold the axe like a heart attack? My sword hacks with fatal results. Feel the pulse and check for fake comatose. The struggle, death, and destruction of third world nations. American, British, and Spanish occupations. The globalization of the free trade arrangement. Corporate breeding workforces with government sanctions that turn public schools into separation stations designed to keep ignorant the poor population. The frustration they're facing can destroy nations, and sparks of inspiration turn to incineration. I see they're angry, want to help, but how can I help the world if I can't help myself? There's blood in the air, can you smell the scent? Private corporate armies guarding the fence. Some call you Rome, but you'll fall faster than the Byzantine. I awaken the dream. I'll do whatever it takes to silence the screams. Weapons in my hands, I dream of a dream. An eye for an eye leaves two bloody sockets. These are the days of the blind leading the blind.
This is makeshift out the basement. Springing platelets across the pavement with music non-complacent, adjacent to ancient sages who can wisdom in pages and help to break the enslavement of the people's minds who have been controlled by a nation that uses fear as a tool and promotes segregation. Welcome to America, the home of alienation. For the right price, you too can end up a cage and share the American dream and come live for a paycheck. The home of rapists and masons and monopolized corporations who outsource their jobs in times of inflation. They make up new laws to benefit the Federation. They send their soldiers abroad and won't have conversation. We face incarceration if we don't share their point of view, and they're running out of patience. I don't know about you, I got a bulletproof tooth that's ready to shoot down these politicians, leave them dead in the booth.
There's blood in the air, can you smell the scent? Private corporate armies guarding the fence. Some call you Rome, but you'll fall faster than the Byzantine. I awaken the dream. I'll do whatever it takes to silence the screams. Weapons in my hands, I dream of a dream. An eye for an eye leaves two bloody sockets. These are the days of the blind leading the blind. North American Alliance initiating fascist classes. Give a blow to bureaucracy, pop Cheney in the glasses. A new age neutron bomb turning organisms to ashes and using cell phones to mind control the masses. Blasting chemtrails and grids past the horizon. Spraying custom constructed viruses while they're flying. Despised in the eyes of those who choose to fill me with radiation, drugs, cancer, and booze.
Can you smell the roses? It's America, the band of the chosen. Thank you for your votes and all your blind hopes, and I hope you show devotion and sharing the notion that we can change the future if you just believe. In this new world, this order has to come to a cease. We spilled enough oil, we can blacken the sea, but you need to know that purging the wicked isn't cheap. We need your kids to go to war where you pay the tax increase, and when they come home to you and they're dearly deceased, know they died for your freedom and our beliefs, and that, my friend, is the American dream.
There's blood in the air, can you smell the scent? Private corporate armies guarding the fence. Some call you Rome, but you'll fall faster than the Byzantine. I awaken the dream. I do whatever it takes to silence the screams. Weapons in my hands, I dream of a dream. An eye for an eye leaves two bloody sockets. These are the days of the blind leading the blind. There's blood in the air, can you smell the scent? Private corporate armies guarding the fence. Some call you Rome, but you fall faster than the Byzantine. I awaken the dream. I'll do whatever it takes to silence the screams. Weapons in my hands, I dream of a dream. An eye for an eye leaves two bloody sockets. These are the days of the blind leading the